Most people tend to struggle with their diet and with their fitness on the weekends. So why is that the case? How is it that you make it through the entire week exercising and eating right, only to completely fall off track when Friday shows up? We're gonna talk about that, why that happens, and how to solve this issue. What is up, people? Jean Carlos here with the Total Body Training Podcast, where I help people get lean, gain muscle, and build some damn confidence. And today's topic is weekends ruin my diet. All right, so we're gonna jump into it right now. I'm gonna kind of bring up two big points here, and they are observations that I've made and personal things that I have experienced in my own life that are reasons why the weekends in the past used to ruin my nutrition and my fitness. And so I'm just gonna bring up 2 points and then we're gonna kind of hash those out. And the first one is one that you might have not thought of, which is number one, are you happy with your 9 to 5? Are you happy working the job that you're working right now? This is important because so many people aren't. And the weekend represents a time when you can take a break from that shitty job that you don't want to be at all fucking week long. And the thing is that most of our time, unfortunately, is spent at work. And if we don't like what we're doing at work, that means that a good, huge percentage of our time is spent doing shit we don't feel like doing. We just don't like the environment that we're in. We don't like what we're doing. And that can be really tough. And so it makes sense, complete sense to me, that we can't wait for the vacation. We can't wait for the weekend. We can't wait to get away. We can't wait for all of these activities that distract us from the reality of our situation from the day to day, that we don't really 100% enjoy what we're doing. And it's really tough. I understand that a lot of us come from different walks and some of us have to work a job. We have kids, we have families and things like that. What I would urge you to do is that if you're in this camp of people who don't like your job, right? You just really can't stand it, and the only highlight you have in your life is the weekend when you go out with friends or the occasional holiday or something like that. If you really, really dislike what you're doing, the first thing I'd think about is, what do you like doing? All right, so think about, maybe is there something else that you're more passionate about, something that you feel is valuable that you could invest your time in and your money in to getting into in order to create a new income for yourself? That would be my first little chunk. The second one, if you have the opportunity to do, I would jump ship as soon as possible. So if you can get into a new business venture or pursue another career that's going to make you happier, I would do that now. Some of you are going to tell me that you can't because you've got friends, you've got family, you've got things to watch out for. My suggestion is that if you've got something else that you want to do, and maybe it's a business or some other kind of concept, work on it on your off time. Work on my off time? I've been working all week. Yes, work on it on your off time. So, start researching how you can start that business you've always wanted to start, or you can start that other career you've always wanted to start, or that blog or that vlog or that website, whatever it is that you want to do. Start investing some time and investing some money into figuring it out on your off time. I promise you, it will be tough. At first, you won't feel like doing it, but you will be so much happier if you can start investing in the future you, and this will lead to you being happier in your 9 to 5. Hopefully you can transition from working that shitty job that you don't want to work anymore. This isn't to put down the career that you're in or the job that you're in, or put down your general choices. I understand that all of us have different financial obligations, right? But what I am hoping that I can inspire you to realize is that if you really don't like what you're doing and you're spending most of your life doing it, you should try your best. You owe it to yourself to try your best to try to find something else. So, start looking around, start seeing what else you can do. Now, if you find something that you like and that you're happy doing, you might find that you don't overindulge on the weekends because you're no longer running or waiting for the weekend to show up every week. You're no longer sitting at the desk, looking at the clock, hating it. I don't hate what I'm doing. I love what I do. I love getting in front of you all, okay? Now, I've been fortunate and I've worked really hard to get here. It didn't happen overnight. You can do the same thing. You can hop on and you can start busting your ass to try to find that other thing that you want. And then your whole life will make more sense. You will feel happier throughout your week. You won't feel like you have to overindulge on the weekend, and all of it will kind of just merge together. There will be no big separation between what you do for work and what you do in your personal life. It all just kind of blend together and you'll be a lot happier. that way. So at least that's my tip, and that's what's benefited me, and something that I think would help a lot of people. I think a lot of people are unhappy throughout the week, and that's why they overindulge on the weekend. That's my thought. Now, here's the second one. Could you make healthier choices on the weekend? All right, so this one is actually, in my opinion, not a hard fix, and actually can lead to you doing funner and better activities. So what do I mean by that? On the weekend, could you maybe, find some fun workout class you can do, or go hiking, or go swimming with your friends, or roller skating, or perhaps dancing. You could take a dance class, go biking at a park, something that's more physically active, right? Because if you've been working all week and you've been sitting and then you worked out 3 or 4 times that week, you did really good, but on the weekend, if you just go from restaurant to restaurant and you don't get very much physical activity, right? I guess what I'm saying here is that if you go out and get more physical activity as a part of your weekend fun, Sunday fun day, your weekend adventures, you might find that you're burning more calories and you're getting to do things that you don't normally get to do. So you're getting to think a little bit outside the box. I love going to a restaurant every weekend. Usually me and my girlfriend, we check somewhere out. It's great. What I also like doing, and I also encourage people to do, is to do something physical, because you'll burn some calories and you'll just have a good time. You'll get to see sides of the city that you live in that you don't normally get to see when you go on a hike. For example, recently we went hiking at Government Canyon here, and I got to see these dinosaur footprints that are in the damn ground from the dinosaurs, okay? I don't get to see that shit all the time. I've never seen that. We saw a rattlesnake hanging out, right? Dinosaur prints, rattlesnakes, we sweated, we walked around, we had a good time. It was fun, and I got to put my phone away, I got to zone out and just be one with nature. That's fun. Swimming, maybe, go to a public pool or go to a local lake or river. When you do these things, you get to have this fun physical activity that doesn't just involve you eating. It doesn't involve you just drinking. Now, you can do that while you're doing these. I personally think you can do them without, but I find that you will have a much funner and healthier life if you find a way to make the events and activities that you do on the weekend somewhat athletic. Even things like going dancing. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever the case might be, these are bonding activities. So if you find a salsa class and you want to teach your girlfriend or your boyfriend how to dance, this is a really great opportunity for you to bond and share and learn something together, burn some calories, have a good time, and that would be just a really awesome date, in my opinion, or a really great evening for you and a bunch of friends to go try out a dance class. Cycling around your community. All of these things, you get what I'm saying here, are fun activities that you can do. Now, if you're really out of shape, or if you're a newbie, they might not be as fun. Maybe your idea of fun is going to the movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think, though, that you can sneak in a hike, or you can sneak in swimming before you go to the movies, before you go out to eat. At least that's what I've done. You can make it a whole day. You can make a whole day. You wake up, you go hiking, you go home, you take a nap, you eat some brunch, whatever. Then you go to the movies for a matinee, right? And then you get out of the movies and you go swimming, right? You go to a dance class. Whatever the case might be, you can string all these fun physical activities together and have a really bomb-ass weekend that doesn't just involve you hopping from bars and hopping to restaurants. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I definitely love doing that. I just think that you can make your weekends more fun and healthy in the process. Now, in terms of eating, maybe you could be a little bit more mindful about what you're eating. So when you go out to a restaurant, usually most restaurants do have healthy options. Even fast food restaurants have healthier options. Now, is it gonna be as fun as if you get the less healthy option or whatever? Maybe not, but right now, if you've got some kind of goal and it's not your cheat day, or maybe you had your cheat meal for lunch, or you had it on Friday night, then there's no reason for you to overindulge, right? You can go out and get something healthier and still have a good time and still have the camaraderie of friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, okay? All right, people, so these are my points. Are you happy with your 9 to 5? If not, maybe you should work on that. That might be part of the reason why you're sabotaging yourself on the weekend. And could you make healthier choices, i.e. eating a little bit more conservatively, or finding exercise-oriented activities such as biking, hiking, going for a swim, going for a run with a group, or dancing? All of those things will make your life more interesting on the weekends, and it'll make it so that you don't ruin your diet and nutrition on the weekends. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning in to the Total Body Training Podcast. Until next time, peace.